What is going on, guys? We are back with another video today on Madden 20, and we're doing another rebuild, a realistic rebuild of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The most recent one we did was a few months ago when we heard about Tom Brady going to the Bucs, but I don't think we had Gronk on that one, and I know we didn't have the draft class, so we definitely have to redo this. I want to try to keep Tom Brady around for those 2 years that he did sign a contract to. I don't see him playing past that. He might even retire halfway through the contract. You can see here, we gave Wirfs Superstar, we gave Rob Gronkowski Superstar, and you guys gave me a like and a subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr. Check out the second channel, PKR Plays. Get to 2K subs there. Go to twitch.tv/Jeromepkr. I didn't flub a word, so that's it. I was going to say I don't deserve anything. I really don't, but regardless, this offense, not in the worst of shape. Of course, you got the beast, Ali Marpet, the left guard. Always trade for him in rebuilds. We even traded for him in our Titans franchise. Hell, we had the Buccaneers before, it got restarted. We had him in literally so many things this year, and finally we get to use him here as a left guard. Now, the other problem is Donovan Smith is on a massive 3-year, I believe, $40 million deal. Yeah, 3-year, $40 million deal that you can't get rid of him on until, like, year 3. Contract issue right there for sure. O.J. Howard, another situation. Do you keep him? Do you try to trade him before his value drops even more? And then Cameron Brate, I don't think actually has much of a guarantee. He signed like was it a 5 or a 6-year, $40 million deal where only 7 was guaranteed. So they can get rid of him at any time. And honestly, they probably will. Here, as much as I like Carlton Davis, and I think he could actually be decent in real life, we got to go for Dev. Murphy Bunting and Jamel Dean, both star development rookies, whereas Davis is not. And then, of course, Winfield, one of their other draft picks, we gave him star because, I think he's got the smarts, that bloodline. And then looking at pass rushers, of course, that 1-year deal for Shaquille Barrett was totally worth it. What did they do? Did they re-sign him to like a massive deal? They probably tagged him, right? Franchise tag, yep. So he's on a franchise tag. We'll see if he's good enough for us to decide to re-sign him or not. He looks really solid here, so there's a good chance we do. And then, got Domikong Su, probably won't be here long. And then Vita Vea, who's, a decent DT to work around. So not the worst of teams. Once again, I think I don't think people are giving the Bucs too much credit for next year. I just don't know if the defense is going to hold up. I think they have just enough pieces, but if they even lose one of these star players to injury, I think that could be the entire season. Like if they lose Levante, if they lose Brady, that doesn't really count. Most teams would go down without a quarterback. If they lose Godwin, if they lose Mike Evans, I think, if they lose Marpet, hell, I think they could be in some trouble. So if they could stay injury-free, I think they actually could surprise some teams. And why is Michael Pittman, who's always misspelled, always on our practice squad? And also, I remembered, he snuck his way in. I also changed Brady's age so then he would stay. I don't think you need to do that, though. I think I probably could have just kept him where he was. Andrew Luck, sorry, pal. No contract for you. No career for you. No playoffs. You left. Your fault. I say that, but he's doing the noble thing and protecting himself for the future of his life. So say what you want. Yeah, I think we're gonna up that age on Brady again because it really doesn't matter actually because he'll be fine. I think we'll put him at 39. I just want to make sure he plays at least another year because he doesn't always play another year after 42. Or does he? I can't remember. I don't know. Damn it, Ronald. This is your time to shine for us. All right, so spoiler alert, pass rush numbers aren't looking too hot. However, a 4-year, $65 million deal for a superstar development player is not bad, even though apparently he finds it bad. We probably should have traded off Brate, by the way. But oh well. All right, here we are last week, and you will not believe it. We go 5-11. I do not know how that's possible, but yeah, I mean, if this is the Patriots of Tom Brady, it would be a super successful season, but since it's not, Tom Brady has a terrible year. That is by far his worst year ever. 4,000 yards is fine. 30 touchdowns, I guess that's fine. But 19 interceptions. Ronald Jones was terrible. Receiving, Chris Godwin was decent. Gronk was pretty decent. Mike Evans was low. Scotty Miller was all right, even though I think it's Scott Miller. I don't know, dude. Wirfs. Yeah, the tackles were pretty bad. But looking at the defensive side of things, Devin White and Levante were decent. If Levante could get to superstar better, that would be clutch. But look at these numbers for Barrett. 2.5. He had 0 by the mid-season point. But once again, I don't know. I mean, you need a pass rusher, right? I would debate that's maybe the most important position on a defense is an elite pass rusher. It completely changes the team. I don't know what to tell you. If I don't like, what would you guys say the number one position is? Is it a lockdown corner or a god tier pass rusher? It's a 50-50 one for me. Let's take a look at the Player of the Year awards, though. I don't think Baker would number. Okay, dude. Baker with MVP. No, that's the wrong side. I was thinking of Patriots with Brady. Offensive Player of the Year. I mean, we're not going to worry about that. Maybe rookie stuff, though. Defensive Player of the Year, Devin White at number 2. Okay, dude. Gronk at 3rd on Offensive Rookie of the Year. Devin White with number 1 on Defensive Rookie of the Year. Looking at wide receiver, Godwin at number 2. Ironically, who number 1 is. It's Amendola. Well, it's still ironic, but I thought it was Edelman. I don't know why. I just kind of glanced over. Don't know why you would be on the Lions anyways. Let's go to the Super Bowl, see who wins it. It is the Giants versus the Colts, which is a bit of an interesting one. And the winners of that are the Colts. Let's take a look at those dev-ups. Hopefully Brady is still here, right? Tom? All right, so he drops down to an 83 overall. Is that a little too harsh? So he loses 9 on the run, 13 play action, mid down by 6. So let's change some of this a little bit. I think he did have a pretty bad year to where he does deserve to drop, but I'm going to change him up a little bit to make more sense. We're going to get his medium up a bit. Let's get that short up a bit, and we're going to drop that deep accuracy. He's a decent deep ball in real life, contrary to popular belief. Yeah, I like that. 85 overall I think is fair because he did drop quite a bit. So 6 overall drop with, a pretty realistic drop compared to that season. Godwin goes to X Factor, but more importantly, Rob Gronkowski. I don't know why I sounded like Yoda there, but Gronk, X Factor. Okay, dude. I really wish Levante David would have went up in development, but he didn't. Devin White was already superstar. He was. Antoine Winfield. Nice. Superstar. And then also Mr. Sean Murphy Bunting with superstar. So some really good dev-ups considering it was a terrible season. We dev'd up 2 on defense, 2 on offense, and we only won 5 games. So I don't know. I think it's just the team. I honestly just think because of the team name, they're not going to let us do well. Imagine wanting anything. I get he wants the lowest possible contract, but 84 speed and you want a contract at corner? Excuse me, pal. I don't think so. All right, looking at players in free agency, Kareem Hunt. Oh, Jadeveon Clowney, Andy's an X factor. This is tough because the Buccaneers obviously need to improve their team tremendously. The thing is, who do you go for? I think Kareem Hunt is a monster steal for this team, and it wouldn't even surprise me if they actually somehow made an acquisition for him during the regular season, because a lot of the contracts that they have right now are going to be contracts that won't exist in this near future, so I think they're in an okay cap spot. They just need real talent. Living my life like it's Golston. I'm sorry, dude. We're also going to need a tight end because I think we're going to be trading off both O.J. Howard and Cameron Brate. So Jason Kroom could be our guy. All right, see what we got. Did we get Kareem and all that? We got Kareem Hunt. We got Jadeveon Clowney. We got some other backups as well. We had a pretty good first start to free agency. It's that Tom Brady effect, huh? We have 5th-year options. O.J. Howard's contract is going to expire. I passed up on it because I think we're going to trade him during the draft. This tight end class looks terrible, so there might actually be some teams willing to give up a pretty decently high pick. We got Danny Vitale and Isaiah Ford. Unfortunately, did not get any of the backup tight ends. Starting the draft now, we should have a very high pick here, and I do see a really solid-looking lineman, but I don't know if we should go for him because there are some other players that are really good, like Blythe here looks pretty decent, and then even more importantly, Ben Tobias, who is, I mean, clear-cut god tier. And the reason why we can't wait till the second round is because we have a quarterback, Murdoch, who I think might be decent enough. If we can even get like a star development player. Okay, well, like, what do you want now? Thank you. Okay, if we can even get like a star development player out of him, then we can have somebody for when Brady does decide to retire. We also have Sherrod Carson, who's a high pick. Looks really good for DT, super fast. But we also have a DT here later who's not great. But as far as DT goes, I don't know if that's our biggest need. I think offensive line is really where we're struggling. But I just don't think we can take a player this high, early first lineman. Hell, he might not even be there. Let's take a look. Jets number 1, they take Brendan Banks. Then there's a free safety with the Redskins, and then Justin Victorino. I think if we go to like 14, we might be able to actually get up 2 players there rather than, 1. So let's see what we can do to get to like 14-ish. Maybe there's a team with 2 first-round picks, like the Raiders. I think they have 2 first. I don't know. Somebody's got to have 2, right? Holy crap, Redskins are screwed. The Raiders have 15 and 22. We traded pick 4 and 68 for 15 and 22. However, that's not really fair because they should have had to give up 15 and 22 alone. So we're going to get that third-round pick back. It's just the only way we get the trade-off. All right, everything is right in the world. They trade up for Mr. Ray Simon. Okay, interesting stuff. The Vikings get Jarius Blake. That was the left guard. Looks really solid. And we're just going to move on to our next pick, which is 15. Yikes from the Panthers. Looking at the draft board, though, of course, our quarterback's still there. We also have Chase Blythe late first. Did we have anyone else? We had a safety, Chester Quick. I think we'd rather go with Cam. I know. Ooh. I knew he was good, but I can't remember the combine being that good. He is 23, though. But still definitely worth grabbing. I suppose at 15... This is a little high. It's like, I want Tobias more, but I know I can't get... I'd have a better chance of getting Tobias with that pick 22. I think we should trade up to 19 with it, though. We also do have corners. Chauncey Dexter looks like a really clear-cut, good pick. We also have Clint Baggs, who's a little more on the questionable side. I think we're going to make a big boy play and take 4 players in the first 2 rounds. I think that is very doable as well. So... should we try to trade down? We can't trade down, though. Like, what are we going to... Well, let's try to get to, like, the Packers. Let's see what we can do. Well, we'll make some moves. You'll see them. We trade 15, Bray, and a 7th-round pick for 20 and 84. Honestly, I think they should have had to give us 84 just to get to where we are. And they take Blythe. That is a reach and a half. Hopefully our tackle's there. I am surprised. We just got swindled. The right tackle's there, so we're going to take him. Ben Tobias. And as expected, he was good. I'm hoping that Blythe guy was somehow like normal dev or something, because if he's hidden, that is going to suck. But anyways, we're going to go... I think we already have pick 20. Okay. I was going to go to like 18 or 19 to get that guard, but I guess he's gone. Do we have any other linemen later? Because we do need linemen. We do have a right guard, Vincent Irwin, later. Oh, he looks pretty good. There's a chance. I think Chauncey Dexter's our next pick. Let's please hit him, please. Okay, this is a good pick. This was kind of a guy I was going to let leave, but I like the zone coverage to maybe play safety himself. And honestly, I think he might. So I'm going to take a look at our safety position and see if we actually even need that safety later anymore. I think we do. I think we need 2 safety. Oh, no, we have Antoine Winfield. And Whitehead actually almost dev up, so we don't even need the safety anymore. Okay, dude. Never mind. No trading up needed. I think we're good. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I think we're good. I mean, we will take Cam anyways, I suppose, but we don't need to go for Chester Quick, who's ironically Chester Slow. We're also going to take Bags off. We're going to take Quick off. So we're going to go to pick 4 in the second round and grab Murdoch, I believe, right? All right, Neil Murdoch. Please, hidden, please, hidden, please, hidden. Yes! Another really good pick. Star development or better. Decent speed. Pretty good throw power. He's actually really good. He's solid. I think he's going to be the successor. And then I don't think... Like, we have the safety who's a late 4th. The DT was a late 4th. I mean, let's move on. We don't have to worry. Let's go to pick 3 or pick 4 in the third round. You know what? We kind of needed the third round, though. That guy's doesn't look that good. Like, I like the block shedding rating, and the bench press is pretty solid, but I don't know if he's even that good. Well, we can't trade down, and even though we don't need the safety as much, he looks like a beast, so we're going to draft him. Oh, normal development. I mean, he is good. It's just, you see the combine grade, and you think definitely hidden development, right? Either way, let's go to pick 20 in the third round. We have some really solid picks in this class. Draft board, the DT is still there, and I suppose we're going to go for him. Tyler Landry, this guy's probably going to be normal, and he's not. This is, now if you could have either a hidden safety or hidden DT, this is the one you want. Strength is a little lower than I thought. 32 bench reps is pretty solid. 85 strength only, not really that athletic either, so I don't know. I mean, I guess he's still going to be a starting caliber player, but let's move to the 4th round pick that we have. We have a 5th round pick as well, pick 2. Who is that guy? Excuse me. Do we take Jabari Richmond? I'm not exactly sure why he's not on our list. I'm just going to take Jabari Richmond. And we were swindled by the combine grade. I wish he was a little younger because we could actually probably use him, but honestly, I don't know. That's a little too much for me. That age is a little too high. So the draft's taking a little bit of a hit here, but, you know, it is in the later round, so it's not as guaranteed. And everyone's gone. Honestly, I'm just going to take Irwin as well. Oh, no. Yikes. That is a bad pick. I think we're going to trade our 6th-round pick and then draft the fullback with our 7th. That, it could have definitely... Oh, we don't have a 7th. Okay. Forget it, the Bears were willing to offer us a 4th-round pick. I don't know who the hell they had there, but must have been somebody good. Either way, though, the beginning part of our draft definitely looked good. I want to see the 2 players we missed out on, though. Tobias, hidden development, 6'7", 21 years old. Development is star. Okay, I mean, it's still a really good player. Looking at the cornerback, Chauncey Dexter now, who will definitely be making the move to safety, is superstar. There you go. That was the guy, once again, I was thinking about not keeping. Now this is the guy. Please. Superstar or X Factor. And unfortunately, he's only star. Number 7. 18 looks weird. Let's put him at number 2. Like a little Matt Ryan type. I don't know. Oh yeah, I forgot Aldridge was only normal. And I think Landry was the last hidden player we had. Let's see that development. It is star. Okay, now we're about to find out the unfortunate truth, most likely, right? So at pick number 5, Mr. Jarius Blake, 21 years old, looks very solid. Let's take a look at the dev. Please be star. It would make me look so good. And he's superstar. It is hard to make an argument on whether a superstar development lineman is worth it or not. But yeah, I think he's worth it. He probably was worth. I don't know. We got Dexter's superstar, Ray Simon. I mean, in fairness, he's superstar, but also in fairness, he is 24, which is harsh. Pick 15, Mr. Chase Blythe, 77 overall, looks pretty solid. Of course, that's what the Cowboys needed, is another beast lineman. And he is also star development. And I believe that was it, right? We actually had that right end. Where is he? Sherrod Carson, 21, 6'3", 309. Ooh, that is a good-looking DT. Star or better, he's already a beast. And he is someone we maybe should have drafted. Holy crap, that guy's good. And that's not an easy position to find. Interior of a D-line with superstar development out the gate. And he's 21. Either way, I still think we landed a really good draft. The real question is, where the hell are we going to play half these guys? We might just outright replace the left tackle and not even worry about anything else. Actually, we should put Wirfs at left tackle. That makes sense because he's already established. So Wirfs at left tackle, the new guy at right tackle, and then interior is the same. Donovan Smith, hopefully we can release next season because honestly, Donovan is he's just not good. Like, those are the ratings of a starter? I don't think so, pal. And unfortunately, we just can't get rid of him. But either way, we landed a really good draft, and I think Scotty Miller should still be number 3. We got Higgins as like a safety net. We didn't trade Howard, though, which we really should have. Let's find a team desperate for a tight end and see what we can do. We traded O.J. Howard straight up to the Bills for pick 50 in the second round. Of course, we know the Bills are pretty decent usually. Obviously, we're hoping they aren't here, but I would assume that's probably the case. We also did get Kroom. I thought we didn't, but we did. And we have to re-sign Gronkowski. Technically, we should have had to last year, but he was for some reason on a 2-year, so we'll have to re-sign him. Hopefully, we made the right call there because obviously O.J. Howard is now gone, and Gronk is, he's here for the future, I suppose. Obviously, we do have the chain stuff like Clowney playing outside linebacker, Landry probably going to have to play like left end or something like that. But we did improve the team, and that's the main thing. We got some youngsters starting. We got Dexter playing strong safety in a moment. It looks all right, and we still have some free agents we might be able to snag. All right, so the season's going a little bit better than last time, thankfully. Gronkowski, this is the problem with these older players, is for some reason, the tight end specifically, they want like a 5-year deal at 29, which I know they do usually last pretty long, but I'm not willing to pay that. We also do have Chris Godwin, who we should just give a 7-year deal to. That is a lot of money, actually. We're going to go 6-year. And everything. Excuse me. You're making more money than some of the QBs in the league. And we know how overpaid those guys are. Okay, dude. Levante definitely is someone we wait on because maybe he goes up in depth and we can keep him, but definitely not a 3-year at 87 overall, 30 years old. There's no way. Probably won't even play till 33 at that rate. But we might be able to get... I don't know, man. All right, we're headed to the playoffs, and it looks pretty damn good to me. I think we won 12 games. Also, we have this morale boost, which is actually pretty damn nice. I mean, we'll definitely take that. Looking at the rest of the division, not super great. The Saints might have snuck in there. Let's see. Did they win like a bunch at the end there, or what was the story? They actually lost 2 and then won the final. Maybe they made it. I don't know. Took a look at Tom Brady's numbers. That, if we can try to keep him around again, I think we will, because those are numbers that prove he is not declining. Mike Evans, pretty good season. Godwin's obviously killing it. Gronk, as far as tight ends go, that's really good, especially someone 30 years old or whatnot. Blocking a little bit better this year, but still, missing something. And Clowney, these are the numbers. I changed no defensive sliders. Well, I don't think sliders matter for Sim anyways. But I changed no schemes or anything from last year. It's just all of a sudden with Clowney on the squad, they do well, which is nice. Please, Levante, go up to Superstar. That would be amazing. Picks, Carlton Davis at the number 3 spot actually does pretty well. Matt Gay does well. This was a very good year. This was amazing. Unlike what everyone's going to be saying about 2020 when it's all said and done. Tom Brady at number 7. No, on NFC side, no Tom Brady win there. Clowney doesn't win Defensive Player of the Year, which is surprising. Rookie awards, we don't really have anyone starting. Tom Brady, best QB. Kareem Hunt, best running back. Godwin, best wide receiver. Ali Marpet and Wirfs on the list. Sue at number 2. I mean, we had numbers. Clowney, the best linebacker. Best DB. Carlton was at 8. I mean, this was a very good year. We actually had a lot of awards. And we have a decent bit of, Murdoch, he's freaking 78 overall now. I mean, we're set, man. The Chicago Bears were an 88 overall. They're an 83. I mean, this team is stacked. Super offensive powerhouse. You got Kareem Hunt probably going to superstar development. This team is absolutely loaded. Who's on the thumbnail? Probably Brady and Gronk, but still, there's a debate there, too. A little bit of rain. Patriots move on, ironically enough. If we lose to Trubisky, I swear somebody's getting fought. There we go. Right to left is us, so we are up 7. We're not up anything anymore. It's a draw. Offense is just choking. I don't understand what's going on here. Like, how? The Chicago defense is so good in Sim. It's ridiculous. I mean, this game is very close right now. And we're up by 4. Defense, make a play. Okay, defense did well. Offense does well. Clutched up. Huge touchdown. Who was the one that scored that big 60-plus yarder? 70 maybe. That was amazing. So Brady and company do clutch up. Tom Brady threw a pick, but overall he had a good game. Kareem Hunt was okay at receiving. Godwin was probably the guy, right? Oh, God, I love him. Godwin is such a sick player. I missed the chance to truly do amazing things with him in that franchise we had before we had to restart. But either way, I mean, oh, look at that. Misses 2 kicks. That's huge. That is really huge, actually. when she sees you pull out your pecker. What? Gronk's almost a 99 overall. We're definitely tagging him. Who else did we have oh, no, we signed Godwin. The Giants, 12-4 as well. The Giants did make the Super Bowl last time, so no guarantees here. Going to the end of the game. Once again, another game where we just don't know who's going to win. But, like, it's just, we have a great team. We just don't play consistently. 10-0, no score before half from them. They do score 3 to start the third. I mean, can we just score, please? Like, you got to be joking me. This team is insane. Imagine struggling this much to score. Like, it's ridiculous. I mean, the defense has tried very hard, and the offense is just trying to give away the game. Thankfully, we do win by 3, but even then, we barely won, barely deserved it, but thankfully, we done enough. We did enough. Kareem Hunt had a really solid game for once here. Well, postseason for once. He had a really good regular season. Sack totals, Shaquille Barrett, he's been the sack guy in the postseason. Matt Gay did miss a field goal, but even then, it's only a 6-point lead anyways, so touchdown wins. No one cares about the Pro Bowl because Brady and the Buccaneers are back in the Super Bowl. And guess who against? The Patriots. What are the chances? Looking at DevUps, we knew Kareem Hunt would go up to Superstar. Nothing really shocking there at all. Let's go power back because he's already a great elusive back. Does it get him to 90 power back? +2 to trucking. So what's his ratings? Oh, he's filthy. Looking at the defensive side of things, Levante David does not dev up. Sue ironically does, I believe, right? That's so weird. But hey, I mean, I guess if you're going to have any... Oh, don't tell me Carlton Davis started all year. He very well could have. And Landry probably didn't start all year either. Now, this must have just happened now because there's just... Dexter was all, I don't know. If they didn't start, I'm going to be pissed. Damn it, though, Levante. I need you to show up, man, because now we're going to need a new middle linebacker. Oh, well, 88 overall to their 83. They're filled with a bunch of, randomers that were okay at one point, teams that don't want them, players that teams don't want anyways. And we're filled with absolute top-tier players in the league, top to bottom. All right, here we go. I mean, we've seen the Patriots do really well in Sim before, 14-6. At least offense is showing up a bit today. Offense is showing up a lot of it. 24-9. Ooh, that little field goal is kind of weird, but it gives them a lot of hope. And, I mean, there's that hope. You've got to be kidding me, Tampa. Are you serious? Come on. You've got Brady. Do it, Brady. Do it for the championship. Is Brady actually going to do it? Did I really ask if Brady was going to do it? Brady's obviously going to do it. 31-27. The Buccaneers are back on top. Easton is the starting quarterback for the Patriots, and they played a hell of a game, but ultimately it was the clutch of Tom Brady, who would probably play another season, to be honest, which is ridiculous. But yeah, at this point, I want to keep Brady on another year, even though that rookie, then again, you never know, he might retire on top. I mean, what else does he need to prove at this point? 7 Super Bowl titles, and he got one at the age of like 4,070 with a different team. I mean, I don't know. I will say, though, the Buccaneers definitely, one of the best receiving groups in the league, especially with Gronk returning. So, not, super hard to do, but, yeah, especially with the added defenders. Like, the Buccaneers have the most loaded receiving group in the league. It's not even close. Well, it's close. It's close-ish, right? But anyways, we do win, and we are going to take a look at those ratings, see if Brady decides to stick around. We did edit his age, so maybe he does. Running back, Kareem Hunt, Marquise Lee. Why don't we have to re-sign Brady, by the way? I feel like we should have to re-sign him here. Bunting with the pick. I like him a lot. Well, let's go to the next week. Hopefully Brady's there. I say hopefully, but realistically, I probably would want the rookie to start. Brady is here at a 78 overall. Okay. Murdoch is probably like, lads, do you mind if I start now? No? Okay. Gronkowski with the franchise tag, 10 mil. He wanted basically 10 mil a year. Even after he went up in age, he still wanted a 5-year. Jesus, man. I would love to keep Levante, but honestly, the money just isn't right. If he wants to stay for 2-year 13, I mean, thanks. Hopefully, best of luck to you as well if you don't return to us. But damn, kind of wanted him. Blaine Gabbert, maybe he'll come back for cheap. Got him on a 2-year, basically minimum deal. The fact that the Saints got Jameis Winston on like a minimum deal is ridiculous, though. Like, our team's just like, they really just don't. I don't get that, man. Ooh. Myles Garrett, though. That is not a name you see every day. You see it every other day. Cornerback, surprisingly, is kind of a need for us. It does suck when you see guys like Lattimore and Sherman and Allen Robinson, nobody getting deals. Like, why wouldn't they get deals? Levante David, we might try to make a play on. David Njoku, we've made a play on too many times. We're going to find some sneaky little players. Justin Herbert, obviously those guys wouldn't be here. We have to also take a look at what we need, because I think we are still missing like 1 or 2 lineman positions, right? Is it right guard, I think? Yeah, right guard desperately. Who the hell do we have? Oh, yeah, we had a pretty bad right guard last season, actually. Jensen's getting old, too. 30 years old. He's only an 82 overall, so pretty much final season of him being starter caliber. What else do we have? Yeah, like right guard, definitely need to replace that. It's middle linebacker number 2. We can maybe get Levante David back, so I'm not going to completely write it off. We might get Sherman. Something tells me Sherman would be a good fit for this team. He's still got Sue on the team. He's a 75 overall. I kind of want him to start for some reason, even though he probably shouldn't even be here still. I don't know. All right, looking at the contracts, we got Levante David back, which is kind of a big one. Solomon Thomas as a backup for the interior, and then Nicholas Morrow as a backup for, obviously, the linebackers. All right, so as far as the draft goes, it's not really looking great, but there are a couple of linemen we might be able to snag near the end of the first. But outside of that, there's really not, there's no DT. I mean, outside of the top 10, which I'm not going to trade up to top 10 for a DT. There's nothing. There's really not much there. There's a couple of later round guys I'll probably draft, but overall, if there's, a situation where we have to trade down, it's probably going to be something that we do, or a chance to trade down. Like I said, a lot of DTs, but they're all in like the top 10 range, which it's just way too much about it. We would have to trade up 32, 64, third this, and probably like a first next or something ridiculous. Denman, that guy looks good. Yeah, here's some of the linemen going a little higher than I would have expected, but let's keep moving. Okay, so I had Lewis as one of my guys, but I also have another guy. I think if I go to pick 26, maybe 27-ish. Like, I think he was a mid-second, early second, something like that. Ooh, Lindstrom went. Yeah, we're not going to go not too much further. Let's actually go to the Ravens because they don't need a tackle, which is rare for any team to be able to say. We give them 32, 122, and Irwin for 28. Nothing crazy trade-up-wise. Looking at the draft board, we do have a guard as well, Mr. Denzel Booth. Maybe we trade up for him. These are literally all the players we have. Other than that, there's not much. I will say, though, this Curtis Seymour guy looks like the perfect guard, so we're going to draft him. And, okay, so 74 overall, a little lower of an overall than I would have thought, but in fairness, his combine was, well, to be fair, it's amazing. Look at that. It was better than his potentials, which it shows here, but he's still a great player. Now, if we want the left guard, which I don't know if we need, like, we actually did get Alejandro Villanueva, so I don't know. Booth looks decent too, though. I don't know how much I want to do trading up-wise, though. We actually trade Carlton Davis and a 4th-round pick to the Cowboys for pick 55. I wanted to keep Carlton Davis, but we do have the safety we converted to corner, Cam Aldridge, that we, haven't really played much. And I think re-signings are coming up, like, very soon. It might have actually been his re-sign year right then and there. So I'm all right with that. Now, the thing is, we're going to have to trade up again to try and get to the Jets here for that guard. But I would imagine one of these second rounds, maybe our own 64th, will be something we trade away. Trade 50 and 96 for pick 40. A little bit of a win in their department. They probably should have given us like a 6th-round back or something like that, but that's fine. Who the hell is Dante Bean? Okay, his potentials look great, but his combine wasn't. Denzel Booth, probably don't need the guard, but maybe he can play center. Oh, he actually kind of looks like a center. Yeah, we'll take him for a future center. Oh, he's good. 75 overall, well, maybe he's not good, but 75 overall with hidden is obviously good. Let's move to our next pick and then decide what we want to do from there. We might actually lose the left end because I didn't see if he was like an early 3rd or not. No, he's a 4th. Mid-4th, 5.9 grade, but he's not that bad. I mean, he's got a good bench rep, best in the left end, so they definitely intended to be a DT, obviously, with that weight. Good power move. I think he's good enough to try and go for. This corner, that's a little bit of a different story. I think we're going to trade pick 23 here for some team next year's second-round pick if we can. So we land the Broncos second round next year. And now as for this, I think we should try to go to the next round a little bit, which we will have to manually go for because everyone wants to give us next year stuff. All right, so we trade 64 and 192 with Donovan Smith to the Redskins for 73, 105 this, and then 130 next. I think we might have won a lot on that. But overall, I mean, whatever. Things happen, right? No? Okay, so the other guy's gone. I think we're just going to take Marion McMillan. I know it's going to be a reach, and it's probably going to be a bad pick, but we're going to take him. And it was 71 overall normal. I mean, if he had Dev, he'd actually be pretty solid, but he doesn't, so yeah, a bit of a yikes there. And then as far as wide receiver goes, this guy looks solid. I might even be willing to take him in the 4th round. This team needs a solid slot receiver. This could be one of those, like, 74 overall hidden type deals. I'm going to take him now, and we might end up trading most of everything else. Please play up to that combine and then the top skill. Ooh, 69 overall. How old is he? 22. This is a guy you can definitely develop, but I don't know if we're going to be able to do that. At least we added another second round for next year. Well, I wouldn't say added because, you know, we did have to trade O.J. Howard to get that, but overall, let's trade this pick to the Packers. 4th round pick, pretty fair. It's kind of weird. Both, there was back-to-back corners named Vernon that were drafted, which is kind of interesting. And by kind of, I mean not at all. Now, we're definitely going to start one of the rookies. Well, I say definitely, but I don't even know because we do have Alejandro. Curtis Seymour. He is star development as expected. We should be putting him at guard, though. He's very athletic, and that's kind of what drew us towards him. A 4.78 for a tackle is kind of insane. And then Booth, surprisingly, also had development. Let's put him at center because that's where he'll play in the future. And another star development right there. And that is pretty much it. I don't think we drafted anything else. So not the greatest draft in the world, but starting at pick 32 definitely could have been worse. Who the hell is this guy? Hidden development, Mike Lynn. He looks all right, but what's that? Is he X Factor? If he's not X Factor, he's kind of a bust. Okay, superstar, that's pretty good. Who is this? Look at this guy. Alexander Young, 88 speed, 90 excel, 87 agility. He's like Blake Cashman with Dev. Only star Dev, though, so I kind of say what you want. So, honestly, we might just go best available for this team and let the guys leave. So, Alejandro, who is, once again, we've tried to do this before and we couldn't get him. He's kind of athletic for a 6'9" tackle. As far as 6'9" tackles go. So I think we're going to play him at right guard. I know 6'9" probably isn't the most realistic thing at right guard. However, Tom Brady has played with large linemen in front of him for quite a bit in his career. Not to mention, we've had other guys like Alex Boone and some other really big players play guard in the NFL. So I think it's fine. We're going to sit Seymour and Booth behind them. Hell, we might even put them on the practice squad. I think Murdoch and those two on the practice squad would be pretty sick. Not practice squad, the focus training. Actually, we might put Landry there. I don't know. But either way, oh, he also got Devin McCourty. I don't remember doing that, honestly. I remember going for Richard Sherman, but I don't remember. I don't know. Either way, 88 overall team. Might go up, might go down. We'll fix the roster and get on to a potential back-to-back. We trade away Jordan Whitehead and a 5th round pick for the Bears 4th round. He needs a contract. Still really young and developable. It's just we don't really need a safety right now. Don't worry about it. We'll use the Coach XP soon. Tom Brady probably on his last legs. Obviously, he's 41 here, which would make him 46 in real life, I believe. Something like that. This team is looking solid. Mike Evans, has he regressed? He's 28. For some reason, I thought he started at 28. What the hell would he regress? Yeah, this team is just sick. You got Gronk, Evans, and Godwin at X Factor, with obviously Tom Brady at X Factor. Kareem Hunt's a superstar. You've got the right guard and center position already filled, and they haven't even freaking left. The starters haven't even left yet. Defensively, middle linebacker is definitely something you have to look at. D-line for sure as well. We don't even know if Landry's the guy. And then corner, Dean kind of hasn't done a whole lot. So, you know, keep an eye on him. But overall, it's just a solid-looking squad and might actually have a chance at the repeat. All right, back to not knowing what the hell to do with Gronk. I'm still willing to give him a 3-year deal. Will he take it if we, like, pretty much fully guarantee it? That's a pretty good contract, right? I'm happy with the salary, but I was hoping for... Huh? Vita Vea wants $10 million per year over the next 3. We'll give him that over the next 4. It's a little over $10 million per year, but it's fine. DJ Jones, no thank you. Jimmy Graham was just a backup signing. Devin McCourty, no thank you. Alejandro, probably not. And then Ronald Jones, probably not. Tom Brady probably would be retired. And if he's not, he's going to be regressed pretty hard. I could have edited him again where... I could have made the argument that, he played really well, he should have went up in overall, but we're not going to go that far with it because then he'll play forever, basically. It's kind of unfair to do that for him and then not everyone else. So, him even being here now is kind of a surprise. So we're just going to accept his retirement. And what else do we have? Kaliki Hudson. Yeah, we'll try to get Gronk again, even though he doesn't want to. We signed him to a 3-year, $32 million deal where he was making $2 million per year and the rest guaranteed. So pretty fair contract. We're not locked in forever per se, but worst comes to worst, his final season with the team, he'll be like an 88 overall or something like that. But I like it. I think it was a good deal. All right, going to the playoffs. Are we in it? We are. I thought for a second we were out. It was funny because you were like rest or start. I was like, you do realize we're gonna need to win the next game, right? Like, I think we need to win. Okay, maybe we didn't. No, maybe we didn't need to win. Maybe we already had it locked up. Luckily for us, the division was pretty bad because I think we would have missed the playoffs if we didn't. I'm not sure what we did wrong. We won a lot of games near the end, though. We won, 6 out of the last 7? That's very impressive. But, yeah, I'm not sure what happened to the rest of the league here, or the rest of the division anyways. Just not playing up to standard. Who's the next one? Panthers. And I completely forgot about the damn Falcons, but I really don't care because they're just not good. Looking at the stats, Tom Brady... Lads, I might have to. I get he threw a lot of picks, but, does this rebuild just end in Tom Brady never retiring? I feel like it does. Let's just upgrade some of these ratings that should be on the higher end. I think that's pretty fair. Let's increase his awareness, so let's just put his awareness at 99. That'll hopefully keep him around for another year, because realistically, if this is how he's going to play at 41, quote-unquote 46... I don't know if he'll ever retire. Obviously that's the thing in real life. He would probably regress, but here he's not. Even as a 78 overall, he probably won MVP of the league. That's insane. Levante definitely not going up in dev this time. I can see why we lost a lot more games this year. The defense didn't change a single thing, yet they were horrendous. Horrendous. I don't understand. I really don't. MVP Brady. What? Number 9? Are you how? How is he on Willis Gales? Did we forget to look at we forgot to look at the other stats, didn't we? Are you actually the serious? How is that not MVP? I got to take a look at the rest of the league. Obviously, we have to take a look at the rest of the team. Oh no, maybe we did, and I just I think we did look at the rest of the team. I just didn't expect Gales to have that kind of numbers. He was all right. Just I didn't think he would win the award. Brady. Mahomes is pretty solid. I don't know if they really care about that stuff. It's usually touchdowns and yards because we've seen it where, in the Titans League, you can throw as many picks as you want, basically, and still win MVP. Zeke was very good, in fairness. If I'm looking at it, Mahomes and Zeke are probably the only two that I would even have above him for MVP. Who the hell else would have gotten it? The hell? Let me take a look at these names again. What the hell? Eason, Tannehill, Russell, Watson, and Dak. Eason, Tannehill, Russell. I already forgot all of them. Tannehill, I don't see it. It wasn't Watson. Tannehill, I don't get this. Am I losing my mind? Eason, he was literally the exact same, just a little bit less picks. Worse completion percentage, similar. I don't know. I guess turnovers do matter. I thought they didn't from what we've seen. Either way, we're going into this one as a 91 overall, going against those Giants. We beat them last season. They've barely improved, while somehow we have. We improved 3 overalls, while they only improved 1 from 83 to 84. They should definitely be able to get higher than we did in improvement-wise. Going to the end of the game, I mean, the record this season wasn't great, but we're in the postseason. That's all that matters. This team is still the most potent team in the league. I just don't know what happened in the regular season. We just got to win here. prove that we belong, and somehow the Giants are keeping up toe-to-toe with us. Like, sim just doesn't matter, does it? Like, it's just whoever's there, they're going to randomize some stats, and that's about it. Good job, Tom, and the company of the team. Defense does pretty well here. Did they get 2 points? Oh, no, they were down by 1. Okay. Offense driving now nicely. It's up to Matt Gay to win the game, and he does. 34-33. The victory is had, and the Bucs are still moving on. Let's take a look at these touchdowns. No? Okay, fair enough. Saquon, okay. Receiving, pretty damn solid, actually. Sack totals, pretty much one across the board. Blake Martinez with a pick. Like, he would be anywhere near his receiver in coverage. Okay, yeah, that's the most unrealistic thing you had all freaking year. 83, I mean, there's no, Evan Lindstrom. That's the tight end that was taken kind of high. Did he have X Factor? He must have had at least Superstar or something. But yeah, I mean, another low overall team that'll probably give us a run for our money somehow. Going to the end of the game, we start off strong. They come back with a nice drive of their own. This is a little bit of a more interesting one, I suppose, but both teams don't know what defense is, specifically ours, considering we're the way better team. And yeah, here they are dominating. Okay, yeah, we lost. We definitely lost. Did we? You got to be joking me with this game. 45-24. Okay, now what we're going to do, you guys have clearly stated that you're mad at me for cheating. I just want to see what happens in sim here, and whether we win or lose. Well, if we win, I'm going to force lose us. Apparently, EA thinks that an 83 overall team is better than a 91 overall team by 3 touchdowns. Okay. That's the equivalency of the Seahawks beating the Chiefs in the Super Bowl last season by 3 touchdowns. Basically. Literally basically. And, of course, we win. No shocker there. And, of course, now it's the Packers, so everyone's going to be like, oh, we just did that on purpose so then the Packers could make it to this. Okay, dude. Like, I just don't understand. I don't understand. You know what? I don't care. I'm just going to sim it. I don't even want to force lose, force win, whatever. Of course you lose to the Packers. Of course. Oh, man, I love sim. Like, this is the kind of stuff that is a reason why our Jets rebuild did so poorly. It's just, the sim is so bad. Like, we're seeing the teams here. They're like 83, 84 overall teams. And then the Ravens obviously get a free shot at the Super Bowl. Is Tom Brady still here? That's the question. And he is. Obviously, his overall is actually kind of high because we pumped him up. Murdoch might actually leave the team before we can actually, let Brady go. Looking at the defensive side of things, I don't think we got a single dev up. Unfortunately, we lost Sue to retirement. That's fine. And I suppose let's go to our re-signings. As far as re-signings go, there's a bunch of low-name, low overall players. We actually have a lot of money here. Ryan Jensen, I think we're going to let go. We do have to re-sign Tom Brady if we want him, which if we do, I think we should just guarantee him. Like, why wouldn't you? Basically turn into a tag. I gave him more than he wanted as well. 25 mil, gave him 20 guaranteed. So we basically gave him what he wanted, 2 mil on top of it, and flipped the salary and bonus, which obviously, if he didn't accept that, that's just stupid. And then Ryan Jensen, he's actually a really good player. It's just the backups we have, I think they need to start, so let's just start them. Save some money in the long run anyways. Hell, not even the long run, the short run right now. J.J. Watt is here now. I don't really want him for a 2-year deal, but I might actually offer him a 1-year fully guaranteed. I think I could easily get away with a $18 million 1 year. 79 points for a $17 million deal that's basically fully guaranteed. I know in fairness, our contract is better, I would say. Well, it's probably not, I think. It's not by much, but I probably would rather have the one he wants, just so you get that 2-year. If someone's going to pay you 15 mil bonus, they're probably going to let you play through the salary as well. So I would say that it probably does make more sense to just go for that. I might be able to get Kerryon Johnson or Lindsey as a backup. I want Ronald Jones back, but I don't know if we're going to be able to. All right, JJ, please. J.J. Watt accepts huge numbers there. Oren Burks is a backup, and then Traquan Smith is a backup. We'll probably end up doing this final season. Of course, I always wanted to see if we can win 2 out of 3 and become the true dynasty. That's what I would consider a proper dynasty. Let's put J.J. Watt back at right end. And he's not wearing 99. Has someone else got 99? Yikes. Who's wearing 99? But either way, the team looks really good. I think we just look to draft a replacement middle linebacker, draft a replacement defensive end, and then, look at what other positions might become too expensive in the future. Like, do you give Mike Evans a contract extension? I don't know. Because we are getting quite expensive. I will say Tom's probably on the way out soon. However, we do have to pay Murdoch soon as well. Probably I don't know if you give him the option, because that's expensive. Like Clowney, our contract's almost up with him. I mean, there's some names here we're going to have to pay, and they're quite expensive. Devin White wants a contract. I think I agree, but I don't agree with a 5th-year option. I don't think it really matters for him here. And we also did get Kerryon Johnson as a backup for like 3 years, I believe. We got Kaiser White as a backup linebacker as well, so linebacker probably not a super big need. We did get rejected on the 2 other backups we wanted. But the good thing linebacker is not super big need right now because there's basically none outside of the top 10. We trade pick 61 and Jamel Dean, who's 26 now, to the Niners for pick 19. It's ironic because I tried to do that to the Dolphins. They said they didn't need a corner, and then they draft a corner. But Chance Gaston looks really solid, so I almost wasn't going to take it, but then I realized Jamel Dean's, he's really not doing well for us. So we're going to take this guy who is a 76 overall hidden, maybe built more as a safety, but yeah, with that catching too, might be built more as a safety. Decent hit power as well for, a cornerback. 59 block shedding is pretty high for a corner. But hopefully a superstar development either way probably ends up better than Jamel Dean anyways. We do also have a free safety. Now, the big thing about him is the fact that he is on the bigger side, so maybe you can get away with putting him at linebacker. We also have Damian Finch. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to trade. Well, not going to trade down. Well, maybe we trade down. We're going to go to 30, maybe move down to 8 in the second round, and then move up from 30 with whatever we get from 8, to the pick right next to it. So I think we're going to be moving around a little bit here. We trade the Chiefs pick 30 and 126 with Levante Davis for 38 and 70. Probably didn't go down as far as I wanted to. That's when she has what? Patrick Frick. Please be good, I guess. And he is. 74 overall hidden. We've been killing the draft, man. 68 block shed, pretty decent. Good catching. Yeah, I mean, I think he could probably play linebacker. He's definitely at that speed for a linebacker. I don't know. I mean, we'll see. I think that is a fair trade, though, so let's try to give him something on top of it. There you go. So, yeah, 62 and 70 definitely seems fair. It's like basically 2 late seconds for a mid to early second. Hey, we're landing pretty much everything we want to. Damian Finch looks absolutely disgustingly good, and we're going to take him. And what the hell? He's sick. In pure ranking for talent, he's number 2 in the league. 78 overall in the draft class. Normal, though. I mean, it's still a really good pick. 22s? Yeah, I mean, that's still a really good pick. It's just normal, really? Don't know if he's going to be any good. I usually don't take any quarterback projected outside of like a second, maybe early third. So, yeah, if he's there, we'll take him. I don't expect much out of him, but we're going to draft him. And, okay, we might land something really good here. Because I've seen, as far as later guys go, I've seen a lot of superstar development ones. This guy has no speed at all. But he does kind of allow us to get rid of our backup quarterback right now because Tom Brady is going to pretty much outplay the rookie's contract. That quarterback probably goes for a late first, if we're being honest. I think he easily does. Tony Pearman, whatever. I think he's going to be gone at 24 in the 4th. We trade them 120 and 144 for 106. I think that's fair. I mean, it worked out. Usually the AI screws you, so, if it's pure draft pick and it goes, it's probably a fair trade. I think we can all agree with that one. Tony Pearman, he looks okay, decent backup. And, okay, normal. I was hoping for hidden, obviously. 83 speed. He's kind of fat. He's actually pretty decent. Yeah, he's all right. As far as a 4th-round player goes, you could actually work with that guy. So, yeah, not bad. New backup outside linebacker. Nothing spectacular. Let's trade down for a next year 4th from a team that might be all right. Draft board Sexton. He's pretty damn solid, actually. Yeah, he is. I mean, he's normal, but Yeah, that's a really good player. Once again, I don't think that's going to really be anything for us, but hey, he's a pretty solid player just based on that overall. It's pretty good. We don't really need a kicker. It's just, he was all right. We got to pick. Might as well take him. And might as well take him indeed. Pretty basic as far as kickers go, but hidden development. Could this be the first superstar kicker we've had in ages? We haven't had a randomly generated superstar kicker ever. Like it's been like, I don't even know how long. Chance Gaston. So, okay, we lucked out with that one because we did kind of trade our number 2 corner off, and it works out very much so. Patrick Frick. All right, so let's put him at linebacker. Can we just put him at middle linebacker? Kind of like that Dayon Buchanan type of role. Let's put him at number like 54 kind of look. I mean, he looks big, right? Like, as far as linebackers go, he drops down a few overalls, but that's not terrible. And then Finch, we know he's not devved up. Taylor, please be superstar. And unfortunately, he is not. And then I guess we'll look at the kicker. Probably don't even need a kicker, to be honest, but might as well draft it if it's there. And no, it's no superstar. But here we go. Let's have our final season. Probably final season with Brady as well, maybe. I don't know. We look at Murdoch. He is definitely the best QB on the roster by overall, and his ratings are actually sick. But Brady's got the magic, man. He's been playing out of his mind, so Brady starts. It's harsh because Murdoch actually, sitting and learning behind him this whole time has actually done really, really well for himself, but that's just the game you play. All right, here's the roster for potentially the final season. Brady at number 1, obviously. Murdoch probably traded next season. Ooh, Traquan actually has a couple upgrades if we actually played another season. Looking at the defensive side, we also signed Sherman just now. It was like $8 million. Our cap space is a little low, but it's the final year, so worst comes to worst, Just release Sherman, I suppose. And yeah, I mean, this team, it's pretty solid. It should at least make another playoff trip, even though we barely made it last time. All right, looking at the re-signings, Clowney wants a 4-year, $88 million deal. I don't even know if we can afford that. Devin White, of course, linebacker, almost impossible to get someone as good as him. Give him a 6-year deal. Maybe could have given him a 7. Sean Murphy, Bunting, he's played pretty damn well, so we're going to give him a 5-year deal. Excited to stay on the team. Tom Brady, we'll see. Scotty Miller, yeah, he's probably gone. Matt Gay, we have that new guy we probably will just let start. And then as far as re-signings go, it doesn't look like we have too many more. So he's built more as a run stopper, though, which is kind of weird. I've been letting the AI upgrade him, which is probably not a great thing. But I'd rather just give him like a 2-year. He took a 2-year, $46 million deal where most of it was guaranteed. I'm more happy with that. Because, for him it also works out because he's getting double the guaranteed money. NFL is a dangerous game. You never know. But that works out for us. 2-year, barely paid more. Just pretty much all guaranteed. All right, head to the postseason. A little bit more commanding of a season for us as well. A 13-3 season. I won't show you. Actually, I will show you guys that we didn't cheat. I don't really care about the other teams, but I'll show you guys that we didn't force any wins or anything like that. We lost to the Steelers, Cardinals, and who else? The Cowboys. The Cowboys were like 9-2 at that point. Let's take a look at the season stats. Once again, Tom Brady puts up some numbers. Picks a little high, but overall really good. Considering we ran the ball so often, especially for touchdowns. It was just another good year, simply put. There's nothing else you could really say about it. Offensive line, though, they're good players. They're just not playing well. Sack totals, Clowney was there. Barrett was there. J.J. Watt was, pretty solid. So, good numbers overall. Pick totals, nothing really insane. Frick, how good was he? Frick had 82 tackles. Probably not going to be enough to dev up or anything like that. But still just a good season. Just simply put, maybe not super flashy, but got the job done. Got a bye week. That's really all that matters. Tom Brady at number 9 again. He lives at that number 9 spot. Devin White, Defensive Player of the Year, Rookie of the Year. Gaston at number 1, Frick at number 2. Kind of wish, I do wish Gaston was number 1 because we could have 2 solid superstar dev corners. Overall, it's just, once again, like I said, Jamel Dean was number 2 DB in the league. I'm just saying, it wasn't a bad trade for them. It worked out for both teams. All right, let's make this final year count. 95 overall across the board. Of course, there's some morale boost, probably more of like a 93 overall than a 95, but hey, 93, 95, whatever it is, It's a damn good team and one of our better overall rosters, based on overall for a realistic rebuild for sure. It just helps when you have a guy like Tom Brady who's playing like a top league player and getting paid, maybe top 15-ish rather than top 5 like he probably should be for these numbers. But yeah, we are still paying a lot of money for some players. So, sooner or later, whether Tom Brady stayed for another 4 years or not, we'd still probably, that money would catch up to us. Look at the shadowing. Yikes. Maybe Tampa isn't the place to be. I think next franchise, we need to at least choose one dome team so that we don't have to have too bad of shadow effect. Well, I don't know, man. Who cares? Play a super primetime team. Like the Ravens. Nah, you can't be the Ravens. Maybe the Ravens will be our... Richard Sherman, player of the week. Or player of the game. Maybe the Ravens will be like our fantasy relocation team. And we'll just have that, would be a lot of rain, right? Baltimore? Or Seattle would be more rain. I don't know, dude. Who cares? Don't really care about the numbers either. J.J. Watt and Clowney. Oof, that was good stuff. Conference championship going up against of course, it's the Seahawks, the team that has the ultimate luck of all time. They don't even have to be good. They're just the Seahawks. They'll just win somehow. This would be very disappointing if they do. Going to the end of the game. 7 for Seattle. We score back very quickly, though. Defense doing all right. Offense finally showing up a little bit. 14-10. Right before half, this is going to be a Seattle loss situation by 4. We're in a good spot. 28-17, 31-17. Game's not over, though, and the game is now officially over. Finally earning it proper. 41-24. Let's take a look at this performance. Did Tom just say, YOLO, I'm going out as a champ? 5 touchdowns, 1 pick. Kareem Hunt killing it as well. Gronk showed up. I think get rid of O.J. Howard for Gronk was actually a pretty good decision. I want to see, I don't know where he is now. Bit of field goals missed from both teams. I want to see how O.J. Howard actually played. I'm trying to think, is there any other players that we had that we kind of want to pay attention to? I don't think there was. I think it was just O.J. Howard, and then I guess Jamel. I'll probably forget to do it, but right before this is over, I want to take a look. Also got to see if there's any dev-ups. Devin White might have finally went to X Factor. The Titans, interesting. Little rematch for Brady and the Titans. No dev-ups on offense. Didn't really expect that anyways. What overall is Gronk? He's still 99. Okay, dude. Defensively, no dev-ups there at all, actually. No dev-ups to my knowledge. Yeah, no dev-ups at all on defense. And I know I said dev-ups about 43 times. It's actually kind of giving me weird feels. I don't know why. Gaston's an 86 overall. We are probably still a 95. Yeah, I thought maybe we'd go up to 96. But no, this is a 6 squad. I mean, this team probably should have won 3 in a row. Or maybe even 4 in a row. This is our 4th season, right? I think so. Is it? If not, season 1 took ages then, because it felt like 4 seasons. That definitely was. I don't know, dude. Trubisky is a Titan. Okay, dude. We should smoke them. But Trubisky has that magic for some reason in Sim. 10-3. 17-3. Come on, just smoke them. Just smoke them. Right before half, that touchdown is probably the dagger. It will be. 31-6. 31-13. 34-13. 34-19. And we will win the game 34-19. Another Super Bowl. 8 for Brady. 8. Yeah, serious, mate. 8 Super Bowls. Okay, pal. I wonder who the MVP of the Super Bowl is. It's probably going to be Tommy, huh? Is it going to be Tommy? It's going to be Tom or Clowney. I don't know why. I just feel like Clowney's going to have himself an MVP here if it's not Brady. Of course, Watt gets a Super Bowl ring, which is kind of cool. I mean, this team had a lot of superstar players on it. And all realistic ones, late in their career type of situations. Devin White is a lot of screen time right now. Maybe he was the MVP of the game. I don't know. Nope, it was Tommy. 306, 3 touchdowns, 65.6 completion percentage. Pretty, prototypical good game. Nothing really more to say about that. We already seen the podium once, but we'll see it again. Why not? 8 Brady Bowls. I don't know. He's reached, what, 9 at the... No, way more than 9. He's reached several... Wow, just this man has been to the Super Bowl way too much. And that's going to be the Buccaneers realistic rebuild, with the updated rosters. Of course, looking at the game, pretty solid stuff. Kareem Hunt was pretty damn good, consistent as hell. Receiving, Gronk always has his hands on a football in the end zone. Clowney, I wasn't wrong. 3 sacks on the game. Kicking, just 2 for 2 for both guys. Yeah, just a clean game. Clean run as well. I didn't show you guys the last Super Bowl run, I don't think, that we didn't cheat or anything like that. This time I have remembered to do so at least, so I'll show you that here in a second. Once again, a lot of you guys say, what are you doing? Like, we know you didn't cheat or whatnot, but I don't know. I just like to have it there. And, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. I do want to see if Brady does retire. I don't think he does. I think a lot of it is just literally age compared to overall. So if you correct their overall every time, like, if we didn't correct Brady's overall after this, he'd be gone. But I'm probably going to correct it just in case we do decide to come back. Keep that awareness up, which usually is... Is there any other is there any other ratings that'll get his overall up without actually making him too good? Like, I'd say the throw power should have dropped by now. Let's keep the accuracies high, though. Deep ball accuracy probably would be dropped down by now. I don't know why throwing the run stuff matters. Like, this is... Like, it shouldn't even affect his overall at all. Break sack, that should go down. He's not good at breaking the sack at all. Like, if he's about to get taken down, if he could go to 0, it probably would, but I just want to keep it, like, kind of average. 85 overall. He really should be higher, but I think this is pretty fair of a rating for us to give him. If we ever do come back to this for some random weird reason, we have Brady there as a usable player who would be technically, what is this, 48, I believe? Is it? Can't remember what we dropped him down. Yeah, 48 years old, I believe. So, absolutely nuts. Anyways, though, hopefully you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, maybe leave a like and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr. Check out the second channel, PKR Plays. And maybe check out twitch.tv/Jeromepkr. I want to stream there more, but my sleep schedule has been so messed up. I can't stay up late, and I'm usually doing stuff during the day. So, I just don't have any time unless it's late at night. So, regardless, thanks for watching. Hopefully you guys come back for next video. But until next video, see